Okay, Pisces, 1 second. Trying to find my live streaming right now. So I can read the chat while I talk. And I'm not seeing it. Here it is. Okay. All right, Pisces. Let's go ahead and get your reading done. Pisces. Well, that's a good reading for Pisces. I don't know what that Three of Swords is doing over there for again. Okay, so Pisces. See what's coming for you, okay? So for some of you guys, actually for a lot of you guys, new love. Okay. Some of you guys have started a new relationship with a air sign recently. Okay. And it's going pretty good. Okay. For those of you that are single, you got someone new coming in. Definitely a Taurus. It's actually both in the future area here, future sections. There is wish fulfillment coming through pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going towards a better direction in life. You really are. For those of you that, okay, so this is saying it started last week, and it's kind of pouring over into this week. And that's kind of how I've been looking at this spread that I've been doing. It's a new spread for me. Basically, what I'm seeing is that you guys either started a new relationship. Some of you guys are dealing with some karma, okay, that happened, but the karma has been cleared up. So now you're kind of going towards happier times, okay. Some of you guys are getting over a heartbreak, right? I think a Taurus man or Aries man hurt you. And then there's also somebody, and that's going to continue, by the way, throughout the week. If you just recently got out of a relationship from someone from a couple weeks ago, you're still healing. So you got to give yourself some more time on that. Yeah, and then come the future. I mean, when it comes into like the far off future, like towards the end of the week, you're going to be meeting someone new. You're going to have a choice to make between an air sign or an earth sign. Okay, Pisces, you guys got a couple of choices coming up. Some of you guys actually only have one choice. Some of you have a couple of choices. Sometimes the choices don't even have to be between two people. It could be, do you date someone or do you stay single, right? Some people like to be single, others do not. It's perfectly fine with whatever you prefer. There is really no right or wrong way about how you want to do it. It's your life. Live your life the way you want, correct? So some of you guys are going into you guys, there's 3 6s here, 6 which is actually a very lucky number to have in a reading. That tells me that you guys are kind of having some divine divine, I get the word divine interference. Okay, so forgive me when I say that. Divine interference just means divine is coming in and saying, look, we don't like how you're living your life. We don't like the way you've been making certain choices. So we came in and gave you karma. This karma, you've fended off pretty well. You've done a really good job. So therefore, here's your blessings. Your blessing could be a relationship, also a job opportunity, right? It just depends on what karma you had to pay back. It's been kind of a long road for a lot of you guys, a long road. Okay. And if this resonates, and even if you're not a Pisces sun, moon, Venus, or rising, you can be a Pisces someplace else. We have at least one or two things. Sometimes things apply, sometimes they don't. Just depends. Let me see something. Okay. So I'm busy right now. Shh. Yeah, so basically you guys are going into something more fruitful. You guys are going to be having something better coming in. Okay, a lot of you guys are still having to heal from things that didn't go through. Some of you guys are going towards your passions, towards something that you really desire. You're definitely gonna be getting your desires by the end of the week, or at least you're gonna get a hint of it. Okay, you're still gonna be in that whole hermit mode, even though there's no hermit card here. I see some level of like you've retracted within yourself. You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm not gonna um, convert. I'm not gonna do anything with anybody. I'm just going to isolate myself and figure out my own shit. I'm gonna figure out my own life, and I'm gonna do my own thing. And that's kind of what you've been doing. All right. And you've been doing this since last week, maybe even a week before that. And a lot of it's because, well, let's just face it, people can be really mean. All right. Really, really mean. Sorry, that's the cat you just heard. It was a gorgeous day today. It was 73 outside. Opened up the windows and let some air in. It wasn't windy, so I didn't have to worry about dust being blown in or anything. So it's kind of perfect. And it warmed up the house, and cats are loving it. And yeah, so you guys got a really good week coming. You guys got some truth coming though, just so you know. You got some truth about some options that you were not aware of. That is coming towards the end of the week. There is going to yeah, you got truth coming in. A heavy amount of truth. I get this very strong vibe that you have quite a bit of truth coming in, and it's going to push you into a new direction. Okay, this truth could just be a job that you no longer want to do. It's a clarity kind of thing, right? It really doesn't have to be somebody telling you the god awful truth that they betrayed you or anything. It's sometimes just a clarity. Okay, sometimes it's just, all of a sudden it's like you have that aha moment, or like a light bulb clicks off in your head, and you realize, oh my god, why didn't I see that? Right? Kind of what's going to happen this week for quite a few of you. So go look with that one, because I think you're going to realize that you could have done things easier. You didn't have to you didn't have to stand your ground so much and fight, and you didn't have to live in fear. Instead, you could have reached out you could have gone after your heart's desire, and you could have actually I saw recently, kind of weird. I saw a picture. I don't remember if I was on Facebook or on Twitter or what, but they showed a horse being tied to a plastic chair, and the horse would not move. And it's a plastic chair. It wasn't fixed to the ground or anything. Horse just stayed there, right? As if it was chained, but it wasn't really chained, correct? The truth is, it's just more mental. And swords is all mental. Swords is something all in the head. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can't move anywhere. It just means you're stuck in your head about something and you don't know where to go. And these two swords actually clarify that, saying you've been looking at your options for too long. It's time to make that choice. It's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to go after your heart's desire. It's time to start going after things. And it is Mercury retrograde coming up. We are in the shadow phase. The last time I checked, and I don't remember when Mercury goes retrograde, but I think it's the end of the month. But the shadow phase goes like a week before, 2 weeks before. I forgot what. So you're gonna be figuring things out, okay? And that's what Mercury retrograde does. Is Mercury retrograde forces us to see the truth in situations. It forces us to see the truth about people, to see the truth about ourselves, right? If you use Mercury retrograde correctly, you could actually make it to where you learn more about who you are. You learn more about where you came from and why you do certain things, or what's wrong with me, kind of thing. Learning who you are is a very important part of life, because that's how you become very comfortable in your skin. At least that's my perception of it. But I'm just saying that that's what this Mercury retrograde does. At least my perception is it forces you to see the truth of situations, right? Forces you to see the truth of people. Forces you to see people's true intentions. Not everybody has the best intention for you. And unfortunately, that's just the truth. And you have to pick and choose who you allow in your life. Luckily, you guys only have a couple of people. I see, 3 people here. Earth sign, air sign, fire, or earth. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I do see Leo here, but I don't really see it being a strong Leo. I see Gemini. There's definitely Gemini here. Okay, so understand that you're going in the right direction. You are on the right path. If you're asking if you're on the right path, you are on the right path. Okay, when things are kind of just questionable, when you're like, things are not really working the way you want, and you're like, I don't know if I'm on the right path, did I make the right decision? That's what you got to figure out. And that's what Mercury retrograde does, is it shows you whether or not you're on the right path, right? And that's kind of what you've been asking. I think that's a question you'll be asking yourself. Am I going the right way? God forbid we ever get lost in life, right? I mean, but think about it this way. If you get lost when you're driving around the car, when you're driving in the car and you're lost, you learn about different streets you didn't know about, right? Sometimes if you're lost, it's because you don't recognize those streets. So you're going down a new street and you're learning something. Sometimes that is life. Okay, so when you get lost in life, it's a lesson. Just learn the lesson and move on. Shredda, thank you. Okay, so it's kind of what I'm seeing right now. So I'm seeing a lot of things being eliminated to you. I see a lot of things, a lot of truths coming out. It's going to be during Mercury retrograde, and it's going to continue. It's going to start this week, and I see it continuing for a few weeks. Okay, past the post shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So keep that in mind as you go through this next week. Okay. All right, you guys, that's your reading. I'm going to go ahead and get off and take a little break and then come back and do the fire signs next. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shredda.